Folks, can a DI built into a cable like this one from Zynk Audio replace a DI box typically like this? Let's find out. So let's talk about why we need a direct injection box. What is a direct injection box? It's called that because it injects your direct signal from the instrument into the equipment, as opposed to using a microphone. It's as simple as that. It's a direct connection. A guitar or a bass or a keyboard or whatever will output typically a high impedance signal, and things like amplifiers like to receive these high impedance signals. However, things like recording interfaces and mixers, they're not so keen on the high impedance unbalanced signal. They prefer to see a low impedance balanced signal. So your typical guitar lead will look like this, and it will go into your amplifier, or in the case of a mixer or an interface, it'll probably go into a DI box first. It'll turn it into a low impedance balanced signal. Now we can replicate that with this cable, which has been developed by Zynk Audio, which I talked about earlier. This has the DI built into this jack plug in the end, and it turns it into XLR, which is the balanced signal, low impedance signal. We can plug this directly from our guitar or bass or keyboard or whatever directly into our mixer or interface without the need for a DI box. There are lots of other things that DI boxes can do. I'm not going to go into the technicalities of that. Look up the top 10 DI boxes. They are anything from £20, $20 up to £200, $300, £400 or dollars. You can pay a lot of money, and there are many people doing comparisons of DI boxes out there. This is possibly more, in my experience, maybe for the home user who just doesn't want to spend a lot of money on a DI box. These will cost you in the UK roughly around about £50. If you are buying one of these direct from Zynk Audio, you can use the discount link in the description below, which will get you 10% off this cable for the foreseeable future at least. So check that out. Let's go through and see what this sounds like. So the way I'm going to do this, I'm going to use this bass guitar to Fender Precision. I'm going to use this direct into the interface just to get a sense of what it sounds like without any DI at all. So let's just try this out. So now we're going to try the Zynk Audio cable. This is the DI built into the jack, straight into the interface. Let's see what that sounds like. Simple. I've got a switcher here now. I'm just going to switch over to the Radial DI. This is the Radial J48. I'm going to try that one. We're going to see what that sounds like. Here we go. There we go. There's the three sounds for the three options. So now we're going to try this with the Taylor T5 acoustic guitar, just see what we get with that. So this is the Taylor direct into the interface. Here we go. Now we're going to try this Taylor T5 with the Zynk Audio cable. Let's switch it over to the Radial DI. See how we go. So, folks, my conclusion about using this against the Radial DI that I used is that this is a really workable solution. It's budget friendly. It does exactly what you need it to do. Yes, a DI box has got other functions. How many of those are you going to use in a home studio in particular? Maybe not so many. I find myself plugged into it permanently. This, for me, is a great solution. It's the right price, and I'd check it out. Quality's good. I'll be looking forward to what else Zynk Audio have got to come out, but see what you think. Let me know what you think.